On GolfTiger Woods, teeing off during a practice round at Carnoustie, likes his chances in the British Open. CreditPeter Morrison, Associated Press. Carnoustie, Scotland. It has been 5 years and 4 back surgeries since Tiger Woods last contended at a British Open. He has not swung a club in the event since 2015, when he missed the cut. Thursday at Carnoustie, Woods will once again be making a comeback. Feel free to yawn or roll your eyes. The golf world has been here before, and not long ago. In April, the breathless longing for Woods to reclaim a piece of his former greatness made him a favorite at the Masters. He instead finished tied for 32nd. Given that outcome, making Woods a favorite this week might seem equally foolhardy, if not downright irrational. And yet, an array of factors have raised Woods into the realm of contenders here. His advantages include the condition of the fast-baked dry Carnoustie fairways to his status as a relative elder, considering 4 of the last 7 British Open champions have been in their 40s. Fifth, Zach Johnson, was 39 when he won in 2015. When times were different, Tiger Woods celebrated winning the British Open Championship at Royal Liverpool in 2006. CreditPeter Morrison. On Tuesday, in a surprisingly candid admission, Woods conceded that he thought that the British Open, in general, was his best chance to win his next major championship. It almost sounded as if Woods, who has won the British Open 3 times, believed he could eventually win the event more than 4 times. Asked if the British Open was indeed where he most likely would win a 15th career major championship, a relaxed, smiling Woods paused and then wryly answered, "Not to be smart, but it is the next major I'm playing." When the laughter subsided, Woods continued, "As far as long-term, certainly, I would say yes, because of the fact that you don't have to be long to play on a links-style golf course. You get to places like Augusta National, where it's just a big ballpark and the golf course outgrows you. But on a links-style golf course, you can roll the ball. Distance becomes a moot point." To fortify his point, Woods talked about how he hit a 3-iron 333 yards in a Monday practice round at Carnoustie, where a hot, dry summer has left the fairways as hard as an airport tarmac. Every player has been talking about the seemingly endless bounce of their iron shots. Justin Thomas said his 5-iron will roll until it runs into something. It is a circumstance that could be more beneficial to Woods than others in the field. Iron shots traveling more than 300 yards will mean that Woods can ignore his frequently wayward driver, the club that has doomed many of his opportunities to win so many tournaments in the last few years. Woods, playing an iron shot from the 9th tee at Carnoustie Tuesday, has been much better with his irons than with his driver this year. CreditPeter Agents France Press. Getty Images. For most of the last 2 months, Woods' iron play has been spectacularly precise. That explains, in part, why he currently ranks 176th on the PGA Tour in driving accuracy, hitting just 55% of fairways this season, but ranks 6th in strokes gained from the tee to the green. But Woods, whose last major championship was 10 years ago, is not buoyed on the eve of this championship just by the firm condition of the grass underfoot. He underscored how being older, and more experienced, may be a plus. And these did not appear to be idle, wishful considerations suddenly wandering from Woods' brain to his unusually unwary lips. He is 42 years old now and weakened by wear and tear. He has had time to weigh where golf longevity might be an advantage. He mentioned that a 59-year-old Tom Watson lost in a playoff at the 2009 British Open, and Greg Norman, then 53, held the third-round lead before faltering. "It certainly can be done," Woods said, adding, "Even if I get a little bit older, I can still chase some wood or long club down there and hit the ball the same distance," and then creativity plays such an important role. "It's about understanding how to play in these conditions." Woods was in a good mood during Tuesday's practice round. Will the smile still be there come Sunday? CreditPeter Agents France Press. Getty Images. But a nameless driver has not been Woods' only recent glaring weakness. His putter has been worse. The greens at Carnoustie, however, are noticeably slower than the lightning kick-putting surfaces at PGA Tour events, something that may be a boost to Woods' chances. Forthright to a fault on Tuesday, Woods wasn't buying that theory. At least not in its entirety. "To be honest with you, I've struggled on slower greens throughout my entire career," he said. But Woods added that the Carnoustie greens are faster than usual this year, and he has switched to a heavier, mallet-style putter that should make it easier to quicken the pace of his putts. Does any of this really make any sense? Will it matter? Thursday will mark the 20th appearance of Woods as the British Open. He has finished in the top 3 5 times and in the top 10 9 times. Nearly half of his 72 previous rounds have been under par, and almost 75% of those scores have been in the 60s. Maybe firm fairways will only send Woods' tee shots farther afield this weekend. That could be a problem. From the rough, his approach shots have landed, on average, more than 45 feet from the hole, which puts him in a tie for 114th place in that category. Perhaps his new putter will become yet another piece of his once impenetrable arsenal that betrays him. It's possible that by Sunday, or by Friday, Woods will just look lost rather than rediscovered. It will be time to yawn or roll your eyes. But on Tuesday, Woods had hope anew. Besieged by hundreds of fans as he left the Carnoustie grounds, with many of those dashing in his wake calling out his name, it was clear they still had hope, too.